Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. I hope you all are doing good. So we are continuing with Terraform tutorial, and in this video we are going to discuss about Terraform and gitignore. Okay, so overview of gitignore. The gitignore file is a text file that tells Git which file or folder to ignore in a project. Okay, so as you can see, .gitignore file we are going to have. Okay, under that file we are going to define whatever file we don't want to commit to the GitHub or whatever source code you are using. Okay, so Terraform and gitignore, depending on the environment, it is recommended to avoid committing certain file to Git or GitHub. Okay, so files to ignore, and here we have written the description, right? So .terraform, so this file will be recreated when Terraform init is run. Okay, so Terraform TF likely to contain some sensitive data like username, password and secrets. So Terraform.tf state should be stored in the remote side. Okay, and crash log, if Terraform crashes, the log are stored in a file named crash log. Okay, so we have to avoid committing this kind of file whenever we are going to work in the real time project. Okay, and we have to use the .gitignore file that we can use, and we can tell the Terraform to ignore that file, and we can tell the Git to ignore that file to commit to the GitHub or any source code management tool that you were using. So let's go ahead and do it practically so that you can understand it. Okay, so here I have written the configuration that will create one EC2 instance, okay, in the AWS, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to create one git ignore file. Okay, and in this file I am going to define what file I don't want to commit to GitHub, right? So let's go here. As we can see, till now we have only main.tf, right? And we are committing all the changes to GitHub now. So we must have to tell Git to avoid committing the file which start with .terraform. Okay, and log, and what files we have here, and what other files, Terraform and crash log, tf state as well. We are not going to crash dot, what is the name, crash dot log, right? Yeah, so crash dot log terraform dot tf state and so on. Okay, so let's run Terraform init. So let's run Terraform init to initialize the backend. So I am not using any TFR file for now because I am not working on that kind of infrastructure. I am just concerned about to show you how we can use the gitignore file to tell and to avoid committing all the TFR and some other file that we should ignore committing to our GitHub and public repository. So it's getting initialized, so let's wait for a few more seconds. So yeah, and we have to also ignore .terraform log.scl. so let's rename. So copy this and go to the gitignore and use that as well. Okay, let's run Terraform apply -auto -approve. So Terraform TF state that will be ignored, it will be not get committed to GitHub. .terraform log.scl, it will also not will be committed to GitHub, and info we have to add that as well. Let's rename this and copy this one and use this as well. Okay, and let's save this changes and let's click on this commit, adding git ignore and click on commit. Okay, so this file will get ignored and this all file will not get committed to our GitHub repository. Okay, so let's go and verify it. So refresh it. As you can see, the git ignored file is here, and if we open it, we can see what file we have ignored using this git ignored file. Okay, so this is how we can avoid committing the file which contains some sensitive data and some other like sensitive parameter and some other like username or password. Okay, this is how git ignore help us to ignore the sensitive folder and committing those folder to our GitHub repository or any source code management repository. Okay, this is how git ignore work. So that's all about this video. If you found this video informative and helpful, then do